Hey doll fam and all of my beauty lovers out there, welcome back to an all new surprising episode of Noble Beauty, where I share my beauty PR packages, my new products, testings, reviews, all with you guys so you can take the fear out of the influencer marketing. Blah! A lot of times when influencers create content, you have to worry about how genuine it is, how legit it is, how real it is. But your girl here is always ready to bring you guys 100% honest, no bull beauty reviews and show you exactly what is inside a beauty influencer PR box. Is it worth it? Should I buy it? Do I like it? Is it good? Well, we are about to crack into this new Hard Candy First Looks box that they sent me with some of their brand new eye products. I'm going to open them up, try them out, and share it with all of you so next time you guys go to Walmart and you're standing in front of the Hard Candy display, you can decide which products you want to get and which products are a skip. Now, first things first, before I crack open this little black box, a little disclaimer. This is a PR gratis box. So this is a product box that brands like Hard Candy send out to influencers like me. They get their new products into the hands of content creators so we can make fun content showing how their products work, inspire people to want to use them themselves and check them out themselves. That's what being an influencer is all about. So this is not a paid ad. It was not paid actual monetizable like money per se, but this little box is payment in exchange for me creating fun content to share with all of you guys so you can see how these products work. You can get real feedback from people like me, and that's just the life of an influencer. So full disclosure, this is not an ad, but it is kind of an ad, I guess, but it's an honest ad. So if you want to see if this stuff really works, what's inside this little box, this is definitely the PR video for you. I'm going to crack into this. I always love it when Hard Candy sends me product to make fun videos with you guys. First is Self-Expressions First Impressions. I love it. So let's just get this little card out and we can learn about this product real quick. So what is in this box is the new Hard Candy Expressive Eye Def eyeshadow markers. I love that. Eye def, like high def. These are 12-hour crease resistant wear, party proof, pigment packed eyeshadow pencils in 9 multi-dimensional matte and metallic shades. You guys can find these right now in Walmart in the makeup section or wherever Hard Candy is sold. You can always buy it offline if you don't like to go shop directly at places like Walmart. But this is an entire box of all of the new colors, like 3 levels deep. How am I going to choose? So in the Hard Candy Eye Def eye product line, you have 2 different types of products. You have the pencils, like the little crayons, and then you also have these, which are their metallic liquid shadows, and they're in lots of pretty colors. I have such a great array for the time of year that it is. It's spring. Tomorrow is Easter. I'm going to be using these to create my official Easter look for this year that I'm going to be posting on my social media platforms. So I'm really excited to decide what colors I want because it's Easter, because it's spring. I'm thinking about going with something really pastel, really fun, really colorful. There's so many options to choose from. So I have a pink, purple, I have a teal, and I have a silver in the liquid metallics, but I have so many options when it comes to the actual crayons, and I don't know which colors I'm going to pick. So this is clearly going to be one of those looks that I kind of just build as I go. That's how I work. I don't necessarily always have an exact idea about the looks that I'm going to do, and when you have like this many fun products to play with, it's kind of one of those things that you just kind of start and then it just develops into the masterpiece that it's going to ultimately become. But first, let's talk about these colors. So I see a lot of neutral tones, and then I see one bright, and realistically there's some like smoky deeper shades. So we have colors. I'm going to start from the blue. We have Boy Blue. We have Stoned, Pink Ink, White Out, Cold Brew, Bubbly, Lights Out, and Pony. All of these are either neutral, smoky, and then the blue is really the brightest shade that I see. And then when we come over here to our metallic shades, what do we got? We have, again, starting from the blue, we have High Tide, Crystal, Moonstone, and Stardust. I want to try to incorporate as many of these as I can. I think I'm going to do a blue, pink, and purple mix because, again, it's Easter, it's spring, and I think that that's the best way to go. And then I'm going to incorporate some detail. I'm going to use the black for my liner, my wing, and I think I'm going to try to incorporate this white and see how much I can get it to pop and stand out, because I think that will be really fun. But also we're going to do some swatching and kind of just see what all these colors look like and see how they like rub out, you know, when you put a crayon down, like how do they blend, how do they smudge, because there's a lot of what I think could transfer to some smoky eyes, and it's always really easy to do a smoky eye with a cream shadow if you can. And because these are high pigment, so you're going to get a good color transfer, but they're also 12-hour, and they say that they're like party approved. So my biggest thing with cream shadows, stick shadows, things of that nature is that they eventually crease. I live in Texas, there's high humidity, it gets crazy out there. So those are some things that we're just going to play around with, and I hope you guys enjoy playing with me. Ooh, that sounds a little NSFW. So Barbie is really in right now. The new Barbie movie's coming out, and I think I'm going to do kind of like an all blue lid, like a Barbie retro blue lid. So I'm going to use Boy Blue. Now this is a matte shade, but there are some shades that are metallic. So like Pony is metallic, Bubbly is metallic, Cold Brew is metallic, Pink Ink is metallic, whereas the rest of them are matte shades. So you're gonna have some of these that leave a shimmer, and then you're gonna have some of these that are a matte, just straight pigmented color. So definitely think about that when you're doing your look, because metallic, shimmers, and mattes really transfer differently in looks, and they do carry a different vibe. So make sure you're paying attention to that, because sometimes when you do a really sparkly eye, you kind of want to do a more muted matte face. So think about that before you do your look. First things that I noticed is that the packaging is really sturdy and heavy. Like it's not just like a thin pencil, it's an actual hard container. It's got the name really clear on it. It says it right at the top, eyeshadow marker matte, so you can't miss it. Let's look at the, we have an automatic pencil, it goes right up, check that out. Pretty rad. So with these, you know, you're only gonna have a point for so long, and then once you use it, your point is gone. So what I would recommend is just have a sharpener in the bottom. It does! It's got a sharpener in the bottom. Anything else I was gonna say is a total moot point. This is good. Thank you, Hard Candy, for thinking about that. So I wanted to use the black as a liner instead of liquid liner today, and now I have absolutely no fear in that, because if I can make it you know, if I can make it a sharp line. So let's just give this a little tiny swatchy swatch before we put it on. That's not messing around. That is a lot of color. A lot of color. It is matte. Let's see how we blend it out. Does it blend out? It does blend out, which is really great. Now the thing with these is that once it sets, it's going to be a little bit of a different ball game. So make sure that you get it on, work one eye at a time, blend it out, and then move on to your next eyeball, your next shade, whatever you're going to do. So I'm just going to get into this and get this on. I'm really, really excited. Do I have ears on now? Yes, I do. Because I'm also filming content for my TikTok and my Instagram right now while I'm making you guys this review video. So that's just the life of an influencer. You're gonna see some Easter eggs pop up. Is she gonna have ears on this time? Are they off? Where'd they go? It's probably gonna be one of those things that triggers some people's minds where they're like, ha, it's there, it wasn't, was it there? Rewind. So I apologize, but that's just, you know, the content creating life. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. But also make sure that you head over to my TikTok and my Instagram to see the other fun content that I created with these products and with this Easter look, because it's gonna be a good time. So don't miss out on that. Okay, so I'm just getting in here and applying it straight to my lid. I have a little bit of eye primer on, but it definitely has a ton of color impact right down there. This is pretty extraordinary. I'm gonna blend it a little bit up for my first layer, and then I'm gonna go in and do a little bit more darker blue on my lid, but I wanna make sure that I get a good blend from lid kind of to my brow bone through my crease. Let's do a little blendy. I'm gonna come back in with some pink in my crease, like in my corner of my eye. I'm going to bring some pink in. I think I'm going to do some purple on my lower lashes to really bring the Easter glow. And I'm going to do some fun stuff with the white and the black just for fun. So this blended out really nicely. I am pleasantly pleased. I'm gonna blend it out a little. Now I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna darken it down just a little bit so I can get a lot of impact. But so far, it's not sticky. I dig it. It's not bad at all. That is a nice color marker crayon for your eye. Okay, we have our first shade on and it looks really good. The thing that I liked most about it is that it's kind of buildable. So the first swipe that I put on in coverage that I did, I just blended out with my finger and it made it really kind of like a powdery blue. It was pretty sheer. And then the more you layer on, you can have more impact. The less you blend out, the more highly pigmented it is. When you put it on, I would say that it's kind of rough, like of a layer. So you're gonna have to tap it in with your finger, warm up that pigment a teeny bit, and it smooths it out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But I think that this looks fantastic. This is such a retro blue lid. I'm loving it. I can't wait to go in with the pink and give it a little bit more spring. So let's just keep moving forward. The next color I'm going to be doing is pink ink. This is a metallic. The blue was a matte. So they are going to be different. Now this one I'm going to be putting in on my inner, sorry, I don't mean to flip anybody off, my inner corner and kind of blending it in. I'm hoping that it has a little bit of a higher pink pigment. It's kind of a rose gold pink champagne color, but it is very shimmery, so we're going to get some brightening on our inner eye and, you know, just spruce it up. Just spruce it. We're just going to spruce it. So I'm noticing that the metallic is a little less impactful, which is good because it's a shimmer, so you're not going to have necessarily a crazy high impact. You can see it. It doesn't transfer to the camera as well as in the mirror, but it is lighter. It's a pretty shimmery pink champagne color. I'm going to blend it on over. I'll probably go back in with the blue again and deepen it in where the pink has gone over and softened it a little bit more. If I want it to have a little bit more impact, you just kind of add your color as you go to get what you want. But this is a really pretty shimmer, so it's going to brighten up my eye. And I mean, it's a great marker crayon to do for the spring, for the summer. Way easier than shadow when you just want to glisten up your lid. So I'm still pretty happy with these, but these do have, the metallic has a little less impact, which I'm not shocked about. Shimmers and metallics usually do even in eyeshadow. So just layer, get that shimmer the way you want. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to look great. So I'm really happy. Check this out. I really love like the retro, like, you know, Priscilla Presley type look. I'm going to now be doing the black. This is Lights Out. It's a matte as well. Now this is the one that I'm a little hesitant about. I'm a little nervous about because I'm going to be using this as my wing liner. Super nervous. But what I would recommend is starting out with the tip and then just sharpening as you need, because the sharper the point, the cleaner that you're going to get. Now this is a matte. Let's just go in here real quick with a little swatchy swatch. Yeah, that's so smooth. It is so smooth. Give it a, how do we blend? Ooh. I don't know. Hold on. It's not really a blendy blend. I bet you if you put more on and then, all right, so I would recommend being really hesitant with this dark one. Make sure that it's going where you want it to go. You can see where like it goes down, it has a heavier look. So this would take some blending. I would recommend practicing with this one and your blending techniques before you actually get in on your eyeball with it, because these kinds of things can be really unforgiving once you already have all your makeup done. I also would recommend that you do this before you do any of the rest of your makeup. I have my foundation, all of my stuff on, but I would definitely tread carefully if you're going to be doing a lot of this. Maybe blend it in with a brush. Use a fluffy brush and kind of blend it on in your creases if you're going to use it for a smoky eye, because these really do have a great impact for smoky eye. You just have to know how to work with them. So working with creams, working with sticks, working with things that are like 12-hour high pigment, you just need to understand how it works. So I would recommend playing with this one because it's not an easy blend, and the immediate contact has a little bit heavier look then when you start to blend it. So you can have, if you're not used to blending it out or you don't practice, it can be hard to blend out those lines, and then you could have a really awkward look. So think about that. Think about these things before you get into it. But it's super creamy, so I think this would be great for like a waterline, for a smudge just in your lash line. But if you're going to do a heavier kind of all-encompassing look, tread carefully with this one, guys. All right, so I've already found a fluke in my plan. It's just really chunky, so to get a wing is going to be difficult. So I'm going to bring in a really tapered, like eyebrow slanted brush to kind of go in and fill that wing out and kind of drag it out so I don't ruin my entire look. Tools are really important when you're doing this kind of stuff. A lot of times you get this and you're like, well, I'm just supposed to be able to use it, right? And it's supposed to be easy. No, sometimes you need a little extra help. So getting a brush, whichever one you're comfortable with, and kind of getting in there and helping form that wing, you gotta just sometimes evolve in that manner. So I would recommend kind of laying it down like I'm doing here, and then going back in with your brush and just really developing the wing shape that you want for your eye shape, the one that you're comfortable with, the one that you like. All right, this looks good. Just with a little brush, I switched out my brushes to a little bit even more taut, like it's stiffer and sharper, because when you're dealing with cream shadows, a like fannier, looser bristled, like kind of soft brush can make it hard to get really clean lines when you're going in trying to give yourself some wings. You need to be able to really have some sharp lines. So I really do think that this is a great cream for pretty much like any lash line work, smudging work. I don't hate it at all. I really like how it went down super easy with a brush. No problems there. Again, it's going to be something you need to practice if you're not familiar with doing it this way. But this is honestly a way that's a lot easier for people who are just learning how to do wings, because liquid eyeliner can be really unforgiving. These kind of give you more control, let you lay it down in smaller increments, and a cream this smooth, super smooth. So maybe try this out if you are learning how to do new wings. All right, this next up I'm super nervous about. I'm going to be using Whiteout. It's also a matte shade. I'm going to be trying to use this to give myself some just some really cool like effects, some really cool graphic liner. This is also a matte. Let's see how serious this is. Pretty serious, not too serious, still super smooth, blends out really well. So this could be really great for a base too. If you want to have more impact with a bright color shadow, put this down and blend it out first, and then layer your powder shadow on top of it, and I guarantee it's going to have a higher impact. So what I'm thinking about doing is just kind of going in and connecting through my lid with my eyeliner, my black liner. So I'm going to give that a shot and see how it goes. I'm really nervous, but you know, you gotta take risks. You gotta, it's Easter. Why not be risky on Easter? Okay, so it's hard to work with because it is such a rounded, chunky crayon. I feel like they need to come out with a second set of these in microfine automatic pencils, like microfine brow pencils, because as far as these goes, they're great for like full coverage. But to do anything that's like super direct, let's try to sharpen this a tiny bit. Let's see how the sharpener works. I really do wish that I had a finer tip all the way around, because that is going to make it easier, and I don't want to keep sharpening it, because the more you sharpen it, like this is product, right? So I think that if they came out with a line of these, but they were microfine pencils, that would be top notch. Because to do, they even show, if you look here, is it on here? Yeah, so if you see on here, you see her eyeliner. Now this was probably a stencil. This probably wasn't freehand. If it was freehand, amazing job. But again, you would have to go in and clean it up with another brush. I already have eyeshadow down, so I don't want to have to keep sharpening my pencil. So that would be my only hiccup here with like real geometric type shapes. I do really like the interestingness of this. I think it's taking my look from just like basic Easter look to Hello Bunny, and I'm excited about how this is going to photograph when I'm done. But so far my only complaint is that I really do think that as far as getting too detailed, it's going to be really hard to not just lose a ton of product. You might get a little palette to like put these shards in and use them as like a cream if you do like a lot of artistic looks. Save all those shards that you can use, but honestly it's just this, so far this is like the only hiccup. So I'm going to go in with this a little bit sharper and see if I can get a little bit more direct line. So I'm going to keep working at this. I can't talk and do this at the same time, so you guys, you're just going to have to bear with me. I really like how different this is. These really are like universal for the most part. It's just like little paint sticks. So now I'm just going in and I'm kind of deepening my blue underneath this white line to really break up my colors with a brush. You could do all kinds of things with these. This is a lot of fun. Realistically, once you get the hang of how you prefer to use them and what colors blend out like in what ways, it's a lot of fun. I am having a good time. I like the direction that I went with my eyes because I feel like it really takes this look to a different level, and I wouldn't have done that without these products. I never would have even gone this road. So I like that it's making me adventurous and it's making me try new things with my looks, and I really think that these are going to come out fun photos. So I'm going to just keep moving along. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of these metallic shimmers that are a lasting eye color with hydrating hyaluronic acid. These are a liquid, so you always want to do your liquid shimmers last. So I'm just going to kind of finish up this look, and then I'm going to jump back on here. We're going to do our shimmers, and then we're going to wrap it up and have some final thoughts. But so far, this is going to be, I think, an Easter look for the books. Thanks, Hard Candy, for making me an adventurous little bunny. Okay, so I decided to do one more thing. I'm going to see how this goes in the lash line, because liner or creams that stay in the lash line are tops. I've decided to like really bring it into my lashes because I'm going to put this purple underneath and I want it to have a lot of impact. So I want to see what this cream does to it if I use it first. I really think this Easter look is coming out fire, y'all. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try some of these. It's extended wear, smudge proof, and waterproof. Their weightless smudge proof formula is buildable from a wash of shimmer to full on glam. So that means that these are going to either be sheer shimmers, or the more you keep letting them dry and layering, you're going to have a more pigmented, impactful coverage. So remember that when you're putting it on, and really like take time to let things dry down because you don't want like heavy creasy clumpiness. Not saying that these are going to do that because I've never tried them. So this is the shade, what color is this? Crystal. It's so pretty. These are so pretty. I'm going to put this in my lower lash line. Let's see what type of applicator we have. We have a doe foot. I wish it was a little bit more of a brush, but that's okay. Let's just do a little swatchy swatch. Okay, so we can paint it on sheer. Check that out. It's so pretty. Or we can kind of do it a little bit heavier, but the more that this dries down, and then you just like layer on more coats, the heavier of a coverage you're gonna get. This is gorgeous. I'm super, super excited about this. So I'm gonna layer this on my bottom lash line to pull out the purple. Then I'm going to use the pink on my inner corners. I'm tempted to use this on my blue, but it is more of a teal, so I don't know how the color will transfer, and I don't want to get rid of this. Plus, I want to have some balance. So some matte, some shimmer. I don't want everything to be all shimmery, even though your girl loves to sparkle. So I think I'm just going to do the two shimmers, save that one for another rainy day. But let's get into this. Okay, so I decided to use kind of a flat brush to paint it under my lower lash line and like onto my lashes. So like I didn't put any mascara on my lower lashes, and I'm just putting this on top of my lashes and letting it go to under, like it's transferring, and I'm just kind of like dotting it on. But look at how next level that took that look. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited to take these photos. I think that These shadows are just really gonna pop. I am so beyond excited. I really think that these products are a lot of fun. I think that the overall uniqueness of just how multidimensional everything is. And they really are high def. Like, the colors are really impactful. They're really bright. A lot of times this stuff doesn't pick up on camera, and I can't see it when I'm looking at my camera screen, and I can see these colors so great. So I am just beyond excited. So I'm going to finish up this shade, and then we're going to move to the... All right, so next we're going to open up Stardust. I'm really excited. I love pink shades. I don't know what it is about them. They don't always look very good on me. But I absolutely love any type of pink shimmer, any type of pink shade. They're always my favorite, even if they don't transfer well to my skin tone sometimes. So this is Stardust. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got a lot of gold glitter in it. So let's just open this bad boy up and see what we have here. Oh yeah. That is kind of more on the peachy, so it's like a peachy orange gold fleck. I'm going to paint this on the inside of my inner corners and see how that looks on top of this pink. Kind of deepen it, give it a little bit more pink. I'm going to use a brush again because it just allows me to have more control. Also, it's the most sanitary, so because you can wash your brushes, you can't wash this. So I'm just going to go ahead and get in there and start laying it down. Remember, you could watch this whole look come together in a magical fashion over on my TikTok and my Instagram. So that way you don't have to listen to me talk the whole time. You can just watch it happen from start to finish. Okay. How amazing is this? So I'm just painting this blush pink into my crease and kind of blending it in so it catches the light. But I'm also bringing it down under my white, and you guys, look at the difference. Snatched. This looks so fantastic. I am so excited. I really love this. I love a glitter. I love a sparkle. I am beyond excited about this look. All of a sudden, I was like, this Easter look is just gonna be, I don't know, I'm not really good at Easter looks. Easter's a hard holiday for me to create around. But no, Hard Candy was like, we got you, girl. We got you, girl. All right, you guys, I am in love with this look. I have never done really an all-out glam Easter look, so I'm really excited to shoot this. I think that Hard Candy really came for it. So these are, again, the Hard Candy Eye Def eyeshadow markers, and their Eye Def metallic shadows that I have used to create this entire eye look, all the way down to even my wings and my little graphic details. Now, the only thing that I guess I could say negative about these, and it's not really negative, I just think that if we had a more precision option. I love how creamy these are. I love how impactful the color is. I love the mattes. I love the shimmers. I really love the mattes. I think that that's super awesome. I think they transfer down on the skin really well. They blend out really well. The color builds really well. The only downside that I think that I would have is that I wish that they were a little bit easier to use in finer detail, right? But you can't have everything. So I would love to keep these and then also come out with the exact same thing, but in a precision micro automatic pencil, like a micro brow pencil, but these. That way you can really get in there and do your wings, do the graphic liners, do the precision little details that you want to do when you get creative with your eye looks. But these are really great. They smoothed out really well. The black is a little bit harder to like manage with blending. So remember what I said, practice with the darker colors. But these are great. They're comfortable. A lot of times when you use liquid shadows like this, once they dry, they feel cracky or tight. I am so comfortable. So I have nothing negative to say. No bull about this beauty product. Hard Candy is a really great line. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but it was a sister company to Urban Decay. They used to be sold right next to Urban Decay in like Ulta and Sephora. That's where I first found them when I went to Ulta for my very first time when I was like 13 or 14. I found Hard Candy. fell in love because their packaging was so cute and fun and bright and colorful. And now they're more of a mass product. They're in mass retailers. You can get them off their website. So give them a try if you are looking for something for this summer. I think that these are going to be really great for hotter seasons to do easy looks that are impactful, that really still feel glamorous and pretty, but don't take a lot of blending and a lot of work. And you got mattes, you got shimmers, you got sparkles for nighttime, going to like drive-in movies. That's my dream. But I really, really recommend these. Give them a shot. You guys might love them. Tag me and make a review. Tag me in it. Tell me what you think. If you've tried them, leave a comment below. Head over to Hard Candy and leave some comments on some of their posts, letting them know that the doll is who sent you over. They have a lot of fun content on their platforms, like their Instagram. And yeah, but that's it. No bull about it, guys. I'm going to now go and shoot this look. I think it's gonna come together really well. I'm gonna do my hair, do a wardrobe change, add a little bit more lip and maybe some highlight, and it's gonna be really fun. So if you guys want to see how this came together, you're gonna have to head over to my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook page. You'll be able to see photos, you'll be able to see fun videos, but all in all, I am a happy bunny. Thank you, Hard Candy, for giving me the opportunity to create this fun content for all of my doll fam followers. Thank you for sending your girl PR boxes and making her feel an extra special. My inner little girl who used to make her own beauty recipes screams every time one of these boxes shows up because it makes me feel like such a big time influencer. Like a real influencer, right? Right. So, but no bull about it. This is a beauty review that you guys can trust. You don't have to worry about me trying to pitch or sell anything. These are just really fun. They're fun to play with. They're fun to put on. And if it's something that you think looks like a good time, get creative with it. Give it a try and make sure you send me your creations. I would love to see them and repost them and let everybody know that we're getting beautiful together. That's right. So until next time, this is a No Bull beauty review from the doll herself, uninfluencing the influencing market with honest reviews in the influencer beauty community. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I will see your beautiful faces next time with and without makeup. Love you.